Ronald Reagan was famous for his war on drugs, which was really a war on black people. And now Donald Trump, who just got done backing off of demanding a ceasefire from Putin, is declaring his own war on black people. Well, that's not particularly surprising. Trump and his father were sued several times for housing discrimination. So today's announcement to take up a new war on black people, or as Trump likes to say, the blacks,
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
it's certainly nowhere near the surprise in finding out the National Fraternal Order Police was backing Trump in the 2024 election. And after Trump's big lie led to this, which was nothing less than an all-out assault on the police. On this day, 174 police were injured by a mob that Trump summoned to Washington, D.C., hyped up with his speech, and directed them to attack the Capitol. They did, overwhelming the police by sheer numbers and with the tools they employed, like bear spray and improvise, as with the crowd control gates, flagpoles, and whatever else they could find. Among the injured was Michael Fanone, who suffered burns, a heart attack, a concussion, a traumatic brain injury, and was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of the attack. The hand-to-hand combat lasted hours, and yet, only 3.5 years later, there they were, the Fraternal Order Police politically backing the man who ordered an attack on the police and then refused to protect them when the attack commenced. Was it a case of having short memory? No, just the opposite. What the Fraternal Order Police remembered is how much Trump wanted to unleash violence on Black Lives Matter protesters. The mass protests for Black Lives Matter inspired peaceful global protest, as CBS reported at the time.
It's been a rainy day here in London, but still thousands of people have been marching to show solidarity with the demonstrations in the United States. Many are also calling for an end to racism in this country. The death of George Floyd has sparked similar scenes across Europe and beyond. In Australia, organizers say tens of thousands of protesters gathered, some highlighting what they say is the mistreatment of the country's indigenous population.
In Minneapolis, right-wing provocateurs started damaging property, and police were quick to respond, creating a cycle of violence that incensed Trump and led to this little trick. But the whole reason Trump staged this little event is because the military would not consent to shooting protesters, not even in the legs, as the stable genius suggested. But Trump's penchant for violence is why the Fraternal Order Police backed Trump, who promised total immunity for police officers. And now Trump is delivering. CNN is reporting today that the Trump administration is moving to dismiss federal oversight agreements in Louisville and Minneapolis, reached following the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor and police killing of George Floyd, and dropping investigations into several major U.S. police departments. CNN further reported that the move, announced by the head of the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division, reflects the administration's opposition to agreements that require reforms of police departments where the DOJ found a pattern of misconduct. And this is the part worth unpacking here. Police departments in this country are sometimes so out of control, display patterns of egregious, violent behavior, usually directed at minorities on such a frequent scale that the federal government has to come in, investigate, and then initiate legal proceedings. We're not talking about writing too many speeding tickets here, folks. We are talking about unwarranted and excessive force, or in the case of Breonna Taylor, unjustified shootings. And it occurs on such a scale and is so entrenched in these police departments that only the power of the federal government can do something about it. And so the federal government hauls local police departments who behave in this manner into court and get a judge to agree to forcing reforms on the department. No judge takes that lightly, and neither does the previous DOJ under Trump himself. But now that he has a bunch of Fox News toadies running the DOJ, the Trump administration is basically saying, nah, y'all's good. As CNN reports, in court filings Wednesday morning, the Justice Department asked judges in Minnesota and Kentucky to dismiss the consent decrees reached with the police departments in Minneapolis and Louisville. And not only that, But as CNN reports, the Civil Rights Division is also closing investigations into local police departments in Phoenix, Arizona, Trenton, New Jersey, Memphis, Tennessee, Mount Vernon, New York, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and the Louisiana State Police. And this is all just part of the Trump playbook. It's also part of the Project 2025 playbook. Trump and his cronies actually want police departments to act like a bunch of thugs. And why? Because they don't want any questions or conscience when they order the police to take illegal and armed action against citizens. As I've said before, folks, Orange Julius Caesar has crossed the Rubicon, and we need to take this country back. We need to find ways to resist and to let go of the silly stuff that distracts us. Trust me, this is not the silly stuff. And lastly, we're going to have to start working together so that we turn out large numbers of people and then organize to ensure it remains peaceful. Today's announcement makes clear the police state is coming and the war on Black people is going to continue. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.